never quite as honestly. I hold my breath and bite my tongue, because I know what can't be sung. You talk about your hopes and fears. I nod and smile and hide the tears. I'm your safe place, your soft light, but never yours in that way, right? You'll never know how deep it goes, how many times I told you no, inside my mind, to guard my heart, while yours was always miles apart. You'll never guess what I don't show, but every word still lets you go. You'll never see, you'll never know. I write your name in quiet thoughts, in poems that I never jot. You'll never read the words I meant. They're folded deep beneath regret. This isn't pain, it's not despair, it's just a love I couldn't share. It lives in me like breath and song, but that's the place where it belongs. You'll never know, and that's okay. Some things are better left that way. You'll find a love that calls your name, and I'll just smile. It's not a game. I'll always wish you joy, not show the part of me you'll never know. I walk the streets I used to know, the ones where I would always go. But something in the air had changed, like even time forgot my name. The coffee shop, the crooked lane, the friends who used to feel the same. I smiled, but not the way I did back when I still fit in that skin. I don't fit there anymore, not in the stories, not in the door. That girl I was, she served me well, but I've got newer truths to tell. It's not goodbye with heavy eyes, just space between all the lows and highs. I've outgrown what I was before. I don't belong, I don't fit there anymore.
I don't crave what once felt warm. I've softened edges, changed my form. And even though I carry her, she's just a whisper, not a blur. I thought I'd miss her every day, but now I see I found new ways to laugh, to cry, to feel the sun never run.
I don't fit there anymore, and that's not something I mourn for. I built a newness from the ache, from everything I had to break. There's beauty in what came to end, and in the ways I didn't bend. She helped me open every door, but I've walked through. I don't live there anymore. I've been the one who always stays, who lights the room and clears the haze. I hold their hearts and fix their fears, but no one sees what disappears. I smile through storms I never name. I swallow pain to keep them safe, but now the weight is far too much, and I'm too tired to be that tough. I'm allowed to break too, to fall apart, to come unglued, to cry in silence, scream alone, to not be strong, to not be known. I've carried more than they all knew, but tonight I need truth. I'm allowed to break too. I won't explain, I won't defend the way my heart just needs to bend. Not every crack means I am weak. Sometimes it's how the soul can speak. Let me shadow without shame. Let me sob without a name. Don't ask me to be brave tonight. Just let me not be made of light. I'm allowed to break too, to stop pretending I'm brand new, to feel the weight of what I've kept, to fall into the tears I've wept. I'm human, deep and breaking through, and that alone is strong and true. So if I tremble, if I lose, just know I'm allowed to break too. Sighs few and hollow, I still see your name light up my phone. You're not a stranger, not alone, but when you speak, it's not the same. Like someone else now wears your name. You're still in rooms we used to share, but I don't feel you folded maps I can't replace. Left the shore I called my own. Now I'm floating, half alone. I don't have a final plan, no blueprint drawn by careful hand. I just take the step that's near, even when the road's unclear. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm still alive. Every breath and every heartbeat means I'm learning how to try. Between decisions, and though the path is never showing, I keep walking without knowing. Some days feel like starting new, others feel like breaking through. But either way I show up still, with answers, just with will. I don't need to see the end to hold the hand I've learned to lend to my own soul. When I feel small, I'm still here. That says it all. I don't know where I'm going, but I trust the way I feel. There's no map to keep unfolding, just a sense of what is real. And maybe that's what growth becomes, not knowing why, but still becoming. I'm not stuck and I'm not slowing, I'm just moving without knowing. Without knowing. I made my bed today, didn't cry when I saw their name. I said no without explaining why, and didn't flinch when I saw the sky. I let myself rest without guilt. I cleaned the corners that held the wilt. I let a song play start to end, and felt the sunlight like a friend. Healing looks like this, not a mountain, not a list, but tiny moments I reclaim from all the pieces filled with pain. It's not loud, it's not a win, but it's a breath I let back in. I may not shine, I may not twist, but healing looks like this. I let the message stay unread, didn't beg for love in my head. I didn't shrink when I was near,
you, just small things I can finally do. Healing looks like this: a quiet walk, a missed abyss, a laugh that feels a bit more mine, a space I didn't have to find. It's fragile, real, and hard to see, but it's a truth inside of me. It may not look like what you missed, but healing looks like this. Looks like this.
I used to say I'm sorry first, for loving big, for feeling worse, for texting back a little fast, for caring more than others asked. I used to shrink to make it smooth, to seem more chill, to hide the truth. But soft hearts aren't a thing to hide. There's something sacred held inside. If I'm too much, then maybe you're too small to hold a love that gives its all. I won't apologize again for loving deep or being when I need a heart that meets me there, that doesn't flinch when I lay bare. I'm not afraid to feel it all. If I'm too much, then maybe you're too small. I don't need someone to fix, just someone not afraid to mix their storm with mine and not retreat. When love gets louder, feels too deep.
Too much is only true for those who never dare to fully close the gap between what's safe and real. I won't deny the way I feel. If I'm too much, then let me be alone, but not pretend I'm made of stone. I want a love that feels like yes, not something I must second guess. So if I scare you, that's okay. I'll find a soul that wants to stay. You won't forget the way I loved. If I'm too much, then you weren't enough.
message sent, no truth I heard. I searched for meaning in the space where you erased your side of grace. I waited months for something clear, a voice, a reason, even tears. But silence wrapped around your name and left me holding all the blame. So I gave myself the closure you never had the strength to give. I stopped rereading every thread. I let the questions start to live. I stopped the urge to chase the why and let the past just pass me by. It hurt, but that's the way I win. I gave myself the closure you never let begin. I wrote the words you wouldn't say and let them float the pain away. I burned the letters in my chest and chose my silence as my rest. You didn't break me with goodbye, you just revealed the way you lie. And I don't need an end from you. When I've become my own me too. I gave myself the closure with one deep breath, one final cry. I kissed the ghost, released the grip, and watched my own soul learn to fly. You never showed, you never stayed, but I still healed in quiet ways. I'm whole without your final bit. I gave myself the closure you never took. I waited while you wandered far, while you kept weighing who you are. You came so close, then pulled away and promised maybe one more day. I held the space, I made it warm, tried to be calm inside your storm. But every time I reached for more, you stood uncertain at the door. You took too long to choose me, and now my hands are free. I begged with silence, not with words, and loved you softly through the blur. But love delayed still feels like no, and now I've learned to let it go. I'm not a question, I'm the key. You took too long to choose me. I used to pray you'd turn around, that one day soon your heart was found. But clarity that needs a clock was never love, it's just a block. So take your time, but not my soul. I won't keep waiting just to hold the pieces you won't give away. choose me.
I loved in ways they never saw, in silent care and softened awe, in checking in without a cue, in choosing us when days felt blue. I bent to meet their quiet need. I stayed through silence, took no lead. I gave the love I hoped to get, but all I got was cold regret. I deserve the kind of love I give, not half alive but full to live, the kind that stays without a test, that shows up when I need it best, that sees my soul and doesn't run, that doesn't dim what I've become. No more less than no forgive. I deserve the kind of love I give. I won't pretend that I need less, or hide my heart to feel success. I won't keep shrinking to be safe. I want a love that holds its weight. So if your care feels out of reach, and if I always have to teach, then that's a sign, not my delay. Real love won't make me beg to stay. I deserve the kind of love I give, the kind that listens when I live, that matches effort, mirrors light, that doesn't leave me up all night. I won't accept a love unsure. I'm not a lesson to endure. I am a heart that's built to give, and I deserve that kind of love to live. I used to stare at every text, searching for love between the next. You gave me half, I filled the rest, and called that hope inside my chest. I used to think that love was this, a game of hints and almost kiss,
But steady hearts don't need a script. They show up whole, not just a grip. If I have to guess, then it's not love. If I feel tense instead of held, that's not what true connection does. If I stay up just wondering if I mean anything to you, then that's not love, it's just a loop. I want the kind that speaks enough. If I have to guess, it's not love. You gave me silence, called it space. I made excuses, gave you grace. But now I know what love should be. It's clarity, not mystery. Love doesn't hide behind delay. It doesn't leave the nest to stay. Love doesn't make you doubt your worth. It meets you steady like the earth. If I have to guess, then I release the weight I carry just for peace. Real love is calm, not edge and blur. It doesn't make you feel unsure. So if you can't come fully through, I'll find a love that's simply new. Because my heart has had enough. If I have to guess, it's not love. I cry at songs that barely swell, at silent looks and long goodbyes. I carry weight in every word and feel the truth behind the lies. I've heard you're just a little much, too in your head, too out of touch. But what they call too deep or wide is where I bloom, not where I hide. I feel everything, and I'm not sorry now for trembling hands or furrowed brow. I'd rather build not where I held than miss the beauty in the clouds. I break sometimes, and that's okay. I'm not afraid to feel that way. This heart of mine won't learn to bow. I feel everything, and I'm not sorry now. I notice colors others skip, the way a voice begins to slip. I sense the pain behind a smile and sit with it for quite a while. I used to try to dull the flame, to play the part, to seem the same. But numb is not the life I seek. I'd rather shake and sing and speak. I feel everything, and that's my quiet gift. My tears, my love, the way I shift through joy and ache in one small day, and still choose softness anyway. So say I'm deep, say I'm too much, but I won't trade this
waves tumble gently on the quiet shore. Dreams drift like clouds I can't grasp anymore. The sun dips low, painting skies in its glow. Whispered echoes call where heartaches can't go. Let the breeze and the pieces of me carry my sorrows, dissolve them to sea. In the hush of the dusk I'll find my way, healing softly as night turns to gray. Footprints fading where the tides slip in slow. Each step a story that the ocean will know. Sand through my feet. Waves are painting stories in the sand. The sunlight's touch holds my hand. A gentle breeze, it hums along, healing whispers in this ocean song. Breathe in the tide, let it take you slow. Feel the calm in the undertow. Every scar fades in the azure glow. The sea's embrace knows all you know. Footprints fade but memories remain. The shores erase but not the pain. Yet here I stand, the dusk wraps me tight. The horizon whispers it'll be alright. Breathe in the tide, let it take you slow. Feel the calm in the undertow. Every scar fades in the azure glow. The sea's embrace knows all you know. The stars will wake when the sun goes down. Their silver light will erase your frown. Close your eyes, let the waves be your guide. I trace your name in the quiet sand. The tide rolls in like a gentle hand. The sun sinks low where the sky meets sea. Whatever's broken drips back to me. Whispers of horizon call my name. Winds of the evening heal my pain. Soft light dances on the water's edge. Carry my heart beyond the ledge. Shadows stretch where dreams collide. Echoes Every ripple holds a song so deep. Lost in the golden light of days that fade, dreams like waves, they come and cascade. Soft winds weaving through my heavy chest, the ocean's lullaby lets my soul rest. Heal me slowly, break me white to mend, let the tides remind me how hearts transcend. Carry me softly, like whispers that confide, under the cafe sky, with the whispers of the tide. Salt on the breeze and a tear on my tongue, the echoes of pain from a song left unsung. But here in the hush I start to unbend. The air tastes of hope like a quiet godsend. Shadows stretch brave across the sand. Even when broken, I learn to stand. Every crack tells a story of light. Under fading night skies, my world rewrites. Heal me slowly, break me white to mend, let the tides remind me how hearts transcend. Carry me softly, like whispers that confide, under the cafe sky, with the whispers of the tide. Breathless and weightless, the moments collide. In
I dimmed my light so you could shine, changed how I spoke, adjusted time. I waited long, I tried to fit, I twisted love to make it stick. I called it effort, called it grace, to beg for space, to chase your face. But love that makes you prove your place isn't love, it's just a race. I shouldn't have to earn what love should freely give. I shouldn't have to beg just to be allowed to live. I bent myself in silent ways to keep the peace, to make you stay. But someone who sees me shouldn't sift. I shouldn't have to earn what love should freely give. I used to think it made made me strong to wait for you no matter how long. But now I know the kind I need won't ask me to fall just to succeed. I'm not a prize behind a wall. I'm not a test, I'm not your fault. If you can't love me as I am, then leave me for the ones who can. I won't perform for crumbs again. I won't rehearse to just pretend. The love I give is deep and true, and it deserves to be meant to. So here's where I stop trying to live like I should earn what love should freely give. I stayed through silence, stayed through doubt, held in my words, shut my heart out. I told myself that love is pain, that leaving would just mean I failed again. I made excuses for the cracks, called every empty moment fact. I shrank myself to make it last, but love like that just echoes past. Believing was the first time I chose me, not what we were supposed to be, not the dream I tried to hold, not the warmth that had grown cold. I walked away, though shaking deep, and finally let my soul breathe. It didn't mean I stopped the weep, but leaving was the first time I chose me. I thought that breaking meant I lost, but staying longer was the cost. I wasn't saving love, I see. I was just slowly losing me. Now every step I take alone feels like a way back to my own. This isn't hate, it isn't rage, it's just the end of that old cage. Leaving wasn't weakness, it was life. texted back, but never first. You showed up late, but not the worst. You gave me just enough to stay, but never made me feel okay. You held my hand when no one saw, but let it go when things got raw. You said you cared, but not out loud, only when the room allowed. Barely being loved is not the same as being loved. Surviving isn't how I rise above. I want a heart that shows up whole, not one that fades to keep control. You gave me less, like it was grace, like I should thank the empty space. But I need more than just enough. Barely being loved is not being loved. I used to call your crumbs a meal. I called it love just to feel. But now I know that starving slow is still a hunger I outgrow. I want the kind that doesn't flinch, that holds me real and holds me since. Not one who says at least I tried, but one who knows I'm love, not pride. Barely being loved was never why I stayed. I just forgot how full love's made. So take the silence, take the small. I want a love that gives it all. And if that's too much to be shown, then I'd rather walk alone, because I've had just enough of tough. Barely being loved is not being loved. I meant every word I said. I held you close inside my head. I dreamed in color, built a home, while you just liked not being alone. I saw forever in your eyes. You saw comfort in my tries. I gave my soul like it was free, but love can't grow from only me. I loved you, but that doesn't mean you loved me. I gave it all so endlessly, but I can't claim what you don't show. Just 'cause I felt it doesn't grow. You like the way I made you feel, but never asked if it was real. I can't pretend we both could see I loved you, but that was just me. I took your silence as a sign that maybe love just takes more time. But time won't grow what isn't there, and I was loving empty air. I still believe that love was true, but it was mine, not shared by you. And that's the
liked my laugh, the way I moved. You said I felt like something smooth. You liked the way I made things light, but never stayed through heavy nights. You heard my words, but not the pain. You held me close, but not my name. You kissed my lips, not what they meant. You like the feel, but not the depth. You looked at me, but you never really saw me. You loved the mask, not what was falling. You like the girl who stayed composed, not the storm she never showed. And I kept hoping you'd dive deep, while you just wandered in the sleep. I needed soul, not a trophy. You looked at me, but you never saw me. I told you things no one had heard. You nodded, smiled, missed every word. You said I felt like something rare, but rare things break when no one cares. To be seen is not to stand in front of someone with no plan. It's to be held without disguise and love through open, honest eyes. You looked at me and missed the flame. You loved the girl without her name. But I am more than calm and sweet. I'm mountains rising at your feet. So if you couldn't see that fire, then you can't hold what I require. I'm done being pretty, soft and blurry. You looked at me, but you never saw me. You looked at me, but you never saw me. I used to think I had to be someone else to fit in, to be loved, that I had to change to be worthy, to feel like I belonged. But now I see I don't have to be anyone else to be enough. I am enough, just as I am. I don't need to be louder to be heard. I don't need to be perfect to be seen. I don't need to be more to be loved. I am enough, right here, right now. I don't need
need to chase after love. I don't need to prove I'm worthy of peace. I don't need to be anyone else to be seen. I just need to be. And I am enough, just as I am. I don't need to perform to be noticed. I don't need to be stronger to be valued. I don't need to do more to feel worthy. I am worthy of love, right here, right now. To perform, to be noticed. I don't need to be stronger to be valued. I don't need to do more to feel worthy. I am worthy of love, right here, right now. I don't need to change to be accepted. I don't need to be faster to be loved. I don't need to shrink to make room for others. I can take up space and still be enough. I don't need to prove anything to be loved. I don't need to work harder to feel like I matter. I am allowed to rest and still be worthy of everything I need. I am enough, even when I'm quiet, even when I'm still, even when I'm unsure. I don't need to be anyone else to feel peace. I am enough, just as I am. I don't have to be someone else to be loved. I don't have to prove I'm worthy of care. I don't need to be perfect. I used to think I had to be busy to be seen, that I had to be louder to be heard, that I had to be somewhere else to be worthy of love. But now I see I am enough, right here, right now. I don't need to chase after something to feel complete. I don't need to fill every second with something to prove. I don't need to keep moving to be worthy of peace. I am allowed to pause and still be enough. I am enough, even in my silence, even in my stillness, even when I'm unsure. I am worthy of rest, just by being me, just by breathing. I don't need to hustle to be loved. I don't need to perform to be accepted. I don't need to explain why I need space, why I need rest. I am allowed to be still and still be enough. I am allowed to stop without feeling guilty, without wondering if I'm falling behind.
hustle for comfort. I don't need to be someone else to feel at home. I am allowed to rest without proving that I am enough, because I already